play Minecraft? That's a question that most of you probably don't ask, but for those of you that are curious as to how to play Minecraft kind of the way that it was intended to play, we're going to do that today. So, I just spawned in, right? New world, spawned in. What's the first thing we need to do? Well, what if I have no idea? Well, it's a good thing I have this handy book called How to Play. It says How to Play Minecraft. Step 1, collect resources. Okay, I can do that. Well, let's see. I guess the first step would be to chop down a tree. And that's what you want to do. First thing you should do is chop down a tree. Well, what if you spawn in a desert or something? Then leave the desert. Go find a tree, because wood is going to be extremely important throughout the entire game. And it's going to be kind of hard to beat the game without any wood. Alright, I cut down my first tree. The next thing I guess I should be doing is making a crafting table. Okay, at this point I have my crafting table, I have some planks, I have a wooden axe, I have everything that I think I'll need to get started. Another thing that I should be focusing on while doing all this is I should be focusing on finding animals. Now there's actually a village over here, which is fantastic. We'll go and explore that later. But let's see. Here we go. Here's a sheep. We gotta kill the sheep because we need food. Here we go. Drop some raw mutton. Maybe we'll find some cows. And we gotta keep collecting some resources like stone and whatnot. So we'll keep on collecting that stuff. Then we can go on to step 2. It's time for step 2. And as you can see, the sun is setting behind me, which means that we're gonna need a place to stay for the night. So what does step 2 say? Step 2 is make camp. Make a home for ourselves for the first night so that we can in fact survive. So actually, instead of using dirt, I can use wood, and we'll just make a little hut for myself. That would be the easiest way to do things, just because I don't want any mobs coming out at night and you know, killing me. That would not be a good thing. So we're gonna keep on building this so that until we reach the point where I'm sure that I'm safe. Here we go. It's a nice little place. Now we don't have any torches just yet, but that's okay. All I want to do is I want to box myself in for the night. That way I can survive, and if I already have enough wool for a bed, I can use that to sleep and not have to worry about anything coming out and killing me. Okay. Another thing would be finding a furnace so I don't have to eat this food rotten, because that's not very tasty. But we're just going to move on from there so that we can go on to step 3. We have survived till the morning, so we can open up our little camp and we can venture onwards. Now what's step 3? Let's find out. Step 3 is explore and mine. Now we can explore over there in that village, which I think would be a great idea. But first thing that we should do is we should start mining some resources. And there are some cave systems right over here with coal. I think there's some iron down here, so we'll start doing that. Gonna mine some coal. That's very valuable for some torches. That way, the torches can actually help us mine further to eventually find diamonds and such. So here we go. Some more coal. More coal. Never skip coal. Unless you have stacks upon stacks upon stacks of coal, then always go for it. We have some torches. Here we go. Here's our iron. This is exactly what we've been looking for. Iron is very good to have. In fact, I don't think if I ever see iron anymore, I don't think I skip it, because it's very valuable. Alright, we got coal. I said don't skip it, but I'm going to anyway. Alright, we reached the end of the cave. So now we're going to go back up to the surface, and we're going to explore that village that we saw. Okay, here's the village. We're going to move towards it. Now there's more animals and stuff, so we can keep on grabbing that and using them for some food and whatnot. But here we go. We can raid this village. We can use it for food and resources. This is fantastic. So the first thing, I want a bed. Or what I could do instead is I could click this to reset my spawn point. That way if I die for some reason, I'll end up right back here, which is pretty good. Now, I'm running pretty low on food at the moment, which is not fantastic, but luckily, this village has hay bales. Now, let's say, for example, there's no village nearby that you can see. If not, that is okay, because there are always farms. You might have to start a wheat farm, but You know, eventually you'll still get here. Bread is not the worst food source in the world. Again, it's not the best. Okay, so this chest had some pretty valuable goods. We got some bread in here, and we also got some iron leggings. So if I suit those on me, now I'm starting to gear up a little more. I'm ready to take on some of these hostile mobs, you know what I'm saying? So, got the bread to eat. We can always trade with the villagers, like I said. But now we've reached the point where, now that I believe this was step 3 was done, what's step 4? Alright, let's see what the book says. How to play Minecraft, step 1, step 2, step 3, step 5? Huh. Whoever made this book must have accidentally had a typo there or something. So step 4 is make a base/home. Well, that's okay. I can do that. Where would be a great location for a base? I'm thinking over on that mountainside over there. Let's make a base. Okay, after a little bit more mining, after a little bit more constructing, we have made ourselves a base. It's a very cozy little base, as you can see. And let me give you a quick tour. So we want it to be secure so that not a lot of mobs can get to it. So we built it on the side of a mountain. You know, because then no mobs can really spawn on top of it or anything like that. You know, we walk into our base, we have all our essentials. We have our chests filled with items. We have enough lighting. We have our furnaces. Crafting table. We got an enchantment table as well, which is pretty nice, but we broke our pickaxe doing that, which is okay. More storage over here. We have some diamonds. That's how we were able to make this diamond sword that you see here. If we come up to the second floor with this really nice looking window, we have our bed, which we've reset our spawn point to. And we have our armor stand here in case we have any extra armor or anything that we don't need. We're going to put it on right there. Some extra chests for storage, and a nice big window that we can even see part of the village from way over here. So this is the essential. Anytime you're tired after a long day of mining or fighting mobs, or even if you were dying a bunch of times, you can always come back to home sweet home. So long as you don't let any creepers or anything come inside your house, it'll always be here. Alright, so now that I have that done, what's the next thing that I should be doing? Let's ask our book here. This is technically step 4, so step 5 is to travel to the nether. Well, it's a good thing I got some obsidian on me. We're going to have to make ourselves a nether portal so that we can go to the nether. Here we go. Alright, using our obsidian, we don't want to place it too close to our house because the sound is annoying. But if we do this, then we go 1, 2, 3, forget how many it is, let's see. Don't think I have enough obsidian, so we're going to have to get a little bit more, but that's okay. Okay, we got the rest of our obsidian, and there we go. Alright, now we just got to light the portal and hop on through, because what we need to do is we need to find a nether fortress. What's so special about the nether fortress? Well, I'll tell you. Alright, we're in the nether. So the reason why you need to find a nether fortress is because without finding one of those, whoa, look, there's one right here, right at spawn. I did not plan that whatsoever, but there's one right here. So in this nether fortress, the important thing to know is that eventually we could find a blaze spawner. And in these blaze spawners, there are blazes, and the blazes will give you the things that you need to help you get to the next step. So as we're going through, let's see, any official entrance? Doesn't look like it. We have to make our own entrance. Okay, we're in the fortress. Now all we need to do is find that spawner. And I think I found what could be the thing that we need. And there it is, the blaze spawner. Now we just have to kill enough blazes to obtain some blaze rods. That way we can make our Eye of Enders, because hopefully we've been fighting enough Endermen to do that. Alright, let's light this place up a little bit and wait for some more blazes. We're back in the overworld. We found enough blaze rods, so now we have enough for some Eye of Enders and all sorts of other valuable things. Okay, so what's the next step that we have to do? Let's see. Step 1, 2, 3, that was 4, that was 5. Step 6 is prepare for fights. Alright, well, that's kind of vague. What does that mean? I guess that means we should upgrade some of our gear. Let's go upgrade some of our gear and enchant our armor perhaps, because let's be honest, the iron isn't the best. I have plenty of diamonds, and I could even get some netherite by going back to the nether. So here we go. Let's do a little transition. 3, 2, 1. Boom. There we go. We officially have our netherite gear. We're all enchanted, and we're all ready to go. So let's see, I also have on me, I have some food that I've been collecting, or gathering with some stuff, Okay, so now that we have all of our gear and everything, we are ready to fight some mobs. So what's the next step that we need to do? I think there's only one step left. Go to the end and slay the dragon. Okay, so I have my Eye of Enders. I have to go get those from my storage system. But then I'm going to use them to help me find the end. And here's how we're going to do that. Okay, we're going to use the Eye of Enders like so. I'm going to throw one, and we're going to see where it goes. So it's going in this direction, which means if we continue on in this direction, we should eventually find where these Eye of Enders go. And once they sink into the ground, that means we've reached our destination. So let's start moving in this direction and see where it takes us. Okay, after a lot of searching, I eventually found our spot, and I've dug a hole that leads us straight down into the stronghold, and this is where the portal is. Okay, so we've already been here. All we have to do now is chuck our Eye of Enders down here. Okay, we've officially made it to the end. Now all we have to do is fight the Ender Dragon. So, if you've watched any of my recent videos, you know exactly what the process here is. Destroy the crystals first, take out the dragon second. Last crystal. We got it. Okay, now it's time to take on the dragon. Question is, how are we going to get down? Okay, and as we get closer to killing the Ender Dragon, we just keep on hitting it as it gets closer and closer to the center. We also want to avoid its breath because it will kill us, actually, so we have to be very careful of them and the Enderman. But then, as the dragon gets closer and closer to defeat, as you can see, he's coming back. A couple more hits with this really OP sword, and then it's game. So here we go. And that's game. So we just kill the Ender Dragon just like that, as we see it destroying right in front of our very eyes. It's a lot of fun to see this entire explosion. And now we get all of our experience points, and it's so cool just to collect them all and see. I'll probably be at like 70 levels by the time this is over. Let's see. Yeah, I'm pretty close. But then once you're done, you can just hop through the portal, and that's that. So that is how you play Minecraft. Are there any rules after step 7? Nope. Which means we don't need this anymore, because we now know how to play the game. That is exactly how we play the game, and I hope that you guys have learned something from it. So, with that being said, thank you for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and see you guys in the next video.